Hey, you guys, how have you been? It's been a long time. It's been a long time since I talked to you. Okay, oh my God, it's been crazy. So I think the last video I posted, I was sort of having some ideas about some journals that I wanted to do. I wanted to kind of do like a lap book kind of thing with some Reader's Digests and working on some boxes and things like that. Well, things sort of got crazy with that, and I had some other ideas. So the last Reader's Digest series that I did, I had done the spines with the like the washi tape, the fabric washi that I made with the carpet tape. And since that tape is so sticky, I had a really, really hard time actually stitching through the spines on those. So I wound up doing them with eyelets. And I forgot that because I thought, anyway, oh my God. So I had 22 of these covers already done with the fabric on the spines. And so I thought, well, I'll just make those into journals, And so I got everything all ready. I pulled all the pages, and I thought it would be really cool to just make some like naked journals that would be quick to make, and kind of just get them done and sell them for cheap. Since I had already done like a lot of the work, and I wasn't going to do a lot of embellishing and that kind of stuff on them. Anyway, so that didn't work because of the tape. So anyway, I thought, okay, well, I don't want to do the binding with the eyelets again. I just didn't really like doing that. So I thought, okay, well, what I'll do is just make, since I really like the lap book kind of idea with the Reader's Digest, I thought, okay, what I'll do is I'll just make these into kind of like a supply pack, like a book full of sort of like a flow journal sort of thing. And then I would, since I have tons of Reader's Digest, I thought, okay, then I could just make another journal to go with it, so you would have like supplies in one and then a naked journal to go with it. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like a set. So anyway, so that meant 44 journals. So because I had already pulled the pages and stuff, and then I realized that I couldn't use these covers to do that, and then I had to get a whole bunch more Reader's Digest, and I wound up stitching the pages that I pulled for the other ones into the new ones. And anyway, so that's where we're at. So that's what I did. So let me show you there. So there are 22 sets of these that I did. I tried to find, two that actually kind of went together as far as color, or if the covers matched. If I could find one that hadn't been worked on or gutted that matched the one that had the spine already done, then I matched them together, but I didn't have that many that were exactly the same cover. I think I wound up with like 3 sets where the covers actually match. So there's not a lot, but I did try to at least match up like the colors, you know what I mean? Like this yellow with the yellow and orange or whatever. So let me just kind of show you what's up with these. They are not listed yet. It's now like 11 p.m. And I also want to show you guys some stuff that I just got from Louise that I'm going to use as part of the supply for these. Anyway, so it's going to kind of add to this whole bundle. Okay, so these are actually done with the eyelets and elastic in the center. So they've got inserts, okay, with elastic. And I just acquired a whole bunch of the green file folders. So I really wanted to use those to make pockets and stuff with, you know, for these supply packs. And yeah, so I just, you know, cut up a whole bunch of them. And so I just made this little kind of, I don't know, it's sort of an envelope, but added some pockets on the inside. And then I just tucked in a whole bunch of little images into these little guys. I don't have a whole lot of like Sizzix dies, but I did pick up that one that has the 3 slotted, you know, pockets. It's not a Tim Holtz one. I can't remember the brand, but it's a little bigger than the Tim Holtz one, I think. So anyway, but I really love those. So I cut a whole bunch of those, and I think there's one in the journal too. Anyway, so so this is actually an insert, so you can pull these out if you want to. Like, you can rearrange your supply pack however you want, or you could, you know, take this out and just tuck it into your journal. You could put different stuff in here if you wanted to, and just, you know, tuck it inside the cover of your journal or whatever. Or you could, you know, just kind of leave it in here the way I have it. So anyway, so that's got the string closure, and little library pocket here with some library cards. And then I used some envelopes and paper bags in the second like signature. So these are all loose, like they're not stitched together or anything. So like I said, you can kind of rearrange things however you want. And then I've really been cleaning house, like cleaning out my filing cabinets and all of my bins and boxes full of stuff, and kind of reorganizing and pulling out things that I feel like I'm never going to use. So I have some like de-stash stuff that I think I'm going to be doing here pretty soon. Just some bundles of different things, just random things that I know I'm never going to use. Anyway, so I just pulled out a bunch of ephemera, a lot of the bank stuff that I've had for quite a while, and just pulled out a whole bunch of that, folded it up, and I just used that to kind of tuck into these pockets, just to have something in there. You know, I didn't want to just give this to you as, you know, with nothing in it. But there's plenty of room, like, for you to add, you know, for you to store your tags and, you know, your collage fodder and that kind of stuff in these pockets, and just kind of arrange it however you want. I think I'm going to add a little pack of tabs too. I need to go through my scraps of cardstock and punch out a whole bunch of tabs. So I will send, I'll tuck a little bag of tabs into this front pocket or something like that. So, you know, like a dozen or so. So you can have some tabs. And anyway, so then this is not exactly the same as the other one. This one's actually a pocket. So it's got like a gusseted, you know, flap there, and then a bunch more ephemera inside. It's mostly the bank stuff, like from, all of this stuff is like from 1910, 1911, like blank checks and deposit slips, and just, you know, random little pieces of ephemera. That's great for collaging and lots of different textures and numbers and all that kind of stuff. So kind of fun. So, and this you could remove also. It's just held in using the flap on the pocket. I added like 3 or 4 of the little Tunidex cards. So you get some of those to play with. And a lot of them are double like that. So those are really cool. Those are really nice. They're really neat. I love those Tunidex cards. And then I used a file folder to make another kind of like pocket page thingy-mabob with a couple of pockets on the front and some in, you know, so there's 2 pockets on the front, and then 2 on the inside, and then 2 on the back. And then I just did like 1 insert that are just nice pages to use, like if you wanted to use these in other journals, or you know, for collaging, or just, you know, for working in your journal. The pages from one of the Audell's books that I love. They're the like electric, well, some of them are like electrical engineering books, and some are mechanical engineering, or, you know, things like that. And then this is actually, these are pages from a Latin history book in French, which I thought was really cool. And then I gave you some sheets of this this cool penmanship paper that's got the smaller lines. Some of the end papers from the Reader's Digest. There's a piece of the straw paper from Rachel at Roxy Creations. She sent me a little pack of it when I got some stuff from her. Some wrapping paper, some pages out of a Dick and Jane book, a few pages from a vintage, let me say about 14 more times for the people that count how many times I say old atlas, some music, and then pages from my favorite, what's it called? The architecture book. So there's that. And these are all, you know, these are all just tucked in there as an insert. So that's what I mean by like the flow journal type of thing. And then I just used a piece from a cover of this music course. It was like these big envelopes, and then all the music was just tucked into the envelope. And it's this really neat, heavy paper. So I just made that into like a cover on the signature there. And then there's another little library pocket in the back. Okay, so that's the little supply pack. And like I said, I'll add like a dozen tabs or something. And then the charm is, a lot of these are on they're all on a book ring, one of those like small 1-inch or 1/2-inch book rings. And then I use those little ear wire like clasps to attach some of the charms on there. Not all of them, but a lot of them are on those little ear wires. So you can take those off and put them on other journals or whatever. And then there's some of these are from the Tim Holtz collection, the new Ideology collection, some of these pieces. So I just, you know, put a little eyelet in it and made it into a charm. There's some milk caps, vintage button, a little, what's it called? Anagram tile, one of those really cool number things with the metal ring, you know. Anyway, so just random charms and stuff like that that are completely removable because they're on that ring, you know, so you could add those to other things. And then the journal, and both of them are just closed with a generous amount of seam binding. So like you could even use parts of some of the seam binding in other places if you wanted to. So like I said, these are basically naked. So there's no tags or anything in the journals, and they're not super thick because I thought, you know, if you want to add, you know, add stuff to it, you know, you don't want it to be too fat. So there's another library pocket, and just lots of cool papers, all of my favorite papers. So there are some paper bags that are stitched into the signatures. I didn't cut them open because I want to leave that up to you, however you want to use them. If you want to cut them open on the side, or if you want to cut them open on the top, or whatever. Some avocado paper, some onion skin, and then some ledger. I got 2 new ledgers. Actually, I got a bunch of new ledgers that I'm going to show you guys. I got 2 new ledgers from Regina that are just amazing. And she offered me both of them at a really good price. So I picked up 2 new kind of like general merchandise ledgers, and I just love them. They're really cool, and there's lots of pages in them. Some rice paper, just, you know, the huge. And this is from that new Tim Holtz, the 8x8 pads. I guess they're not new, but it was like that Halloween pack. I don't remember what it's called. He put it out at like Halloween, and then has now decided, I guess, to kind of offer it all the time. Some typing pages, another envelope here that you could, you know, do whatever you want with. I left the strings in the centers of the signatures long in case you want to add charms or anything onto those. Left the envelope untrimmed so you can cut it open however you want. Just lots of good stuff. Some of my new scrapbook papers that I'm trying to use as much as I can and not hoard. Some of the signatures have an envelope in the center, and I didn't close it up because I didn't know how you want to use it. And then, so this page, it's really short, but I thought it would be kind of cool to just leave it like that. I was going to attach like an envelope or something on there, but I thought, no, I'll just let you figure out what you want to do with that page. But I like having these little short pages in journals sometimes. I just think it's, because I've seen how people use those, and I think it's neat. Like if you want to add in like a photograph or something like that, it's just kind of a neat place to do it. Another piece of that ledger, one of the ledgers. So yeah, so lots of pages, some reader pages, good stuff. And then another one of those little slotted pockets. Okay. So I think this is a little bit bigger than the Tim Holtz one, because it measures like, I think it's like, yeah, almost 5 by 5. Yeah. I think the Tim Holtz one is just a little bit narrower. Anyway, so that's that. And like I said, there's 22 sets. And I will have these listed in my Etsy shop tomorrow evening. It'll be on Tuesday evening. So hopefully like around 6 or so. Maybe a little sooner, maybe a little earlier than that. So just if you favorite my Etsy shop, then you'll see when I post new items. You should get a notification. But if you're interested in one of these sets, then just start checking my Etsy shop around, I would say 5 p.m. Pacific time. And then I just tied them together with a piece of this elastic that is for lingerie. It's this vintage elastic that I've had for a long time. So I didn't know what else to use to kind of put them together. I didn't want to permanently attach these to each other just because, I don't know, I just thought it would be too big, like too bulky. And then it would limit your options as far as what you could do with both books. So, because you could turn this supply book into a journal too, very easily. So anyway, so that's what those are all about. Maybe, I don't know, I don't think it's necessary. I don't really think I need to post another video, but we'll see how it goes. If you guys, if I publish the listings and it seems that nobody noticed, then maybe I'll do another video and do another flip through. But I think you guys will be on it. So yeah, so like I said, and I don't know, it'll be weird taking photographs of these together, but anyway, so I used up a whole bunch of my Reader's Digest, which is really cool. I still have a bunch more. I think I've got, probably about 40 more that I can use. Okay, so let me show you what I got, because, oh my God. Well, first of all, I'll show you the 2 ledgers that I got from Regina. One's just a little smaller than the other. But look at that marbled paper. Isn't that gorgeous? I love that green marbled paper. So cool. So this one is from 1886. And I just love the writing in this one. I like the kind of darker, looser kind of script and a little bit more messy. You know, I really like a kind of a messy ledger page. But it's really fun to go to read through the sales, you know, like some syrup and so sometimes it's hard to read the writing, but oh, butter and salmon. Like a good dinner. Some sugar. I don't know. It's just fun to try. Like somebody bought some matches and some oil. There's a comb, some coffee and some sugar. You know, anyway, so these are, you know, from like a general store. So there's that one. Look at these guys. They're gigantic. And each one is like, I love this marble too. This one is more like script. Whoever was writing in this one had more of a, more like a calligraphy type of script. Yeah, so this one, I think they're both like 800 pages. Yeah, 800 pages. Packed full of writing. So I could not resist these ledgers from her. So thank you so much, Regina, for offering them to me. Really, I really do appreciate it. So anyway, so those two, those are going to go up on the shelf, and I'll be pulling pages out of those. I'm going to do, I think I'm going to offer, I don't know. I'm trying to keep the cost down on these sets for the journals. So I was going to just add in some extra like ledger pages with these, but I think what I'll do is I'll just make some ledger page packs and do them separately. Because I don't want to drive the price of these up. You know, I want them to stay affordable and reasonable. I mean, not that the ledger page packs are crazy, but some people might not want that, you know? So I'm just going to do the ledger page pack separate, I guess. Executive decision. And then oh my God. So there's a few. Okay. So this next stuff that I'm going to show you is from Louise at Forever French and Forever French Paper on Etsy. Oh, and now that I have your attention, I did want to ask you guys to, if you don't mind, in the comments on this video, leave me some feedback on if you watched my video where I was talking about the paper pack from Louise. She put together a bundle that was just, you know, for my viewers, you know, and she sold some of them. She sold, I think, 8 or 10 of them, but I would just like to have some feedback on those bundles from you guys. So if you watched that video and you went and looked at the listing and that kind of thing, and if you decided not to purchase one, will you tell me what your reasoning was? And I want you to be really honest, because we're looking to make those bundles what you guys want them to be. You know what I mean? And she just, you know, she doesn't make journals. So she doesn't really, you know, she doesn't know exactly how we use things. So, and it wasn't me making the bundle. It was Louise making the bundle, and I was kind of just giving her ideas. So if you guys, you know, don't feel bad about like being brutally honest. I want to know, like, was it the price? Was it what was included? What was, you know, the value? if you decided not to purchase one. Just give me your honest feedback on those bundles so that Louise can read the comments also. And that way she'll have a better idea of what to do in the future, because she is putting together a sewing bundle and also a Christmas bundle. And we just want to, you know, I want her to be able to move them, you know, and and know what you guys really want. So that's that. Okay, so I did get some ledgers from Louise. This is the smallest. No, this isn't the smallest. This is the second smallest. But this one is, so these are all in French. This one, I believe, I wish I could read French, is from a butcher shop. And there was actually one of their little order forms in here that I'm going to scan because it's really cool. It has like a cow on it, you know. Anyway, but look at the foxing on this paper. It's just gorgeous. It's just beautiful. Like this one is like my, just because of the writing and the paper, is probably my favorite one that I, out of the ones that I just got. I just love it. Anyway, so the bundle that I'm going to put together will have some pages from this one. And this one has a lot of blank pages also. So that's pretty cool. I do like to have blank. It's about half and half. Half written on and half not. 1933 is the last date in here. So anyway, so that bundle will include, you know, some pages from this ledger. And then, oh my God. So let me show you, there's some loose stuff too. She acquired a whole bunch of paperwork from a bank. And here's Louise's little card. 1901. This one's, let me see. I think this one has writing on it. Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, most of them are from 1901. So I can't tell you exactly what some of this stuff is because, like I said, I don't read French, but just all of this yummy stuff. It's like, and thank God I just got my, I bought an EcoTank printer about a month ago, and I was so disappointed that they were having issues with it not printing the entire image. Like it was cutting out the center part of the image, and it was due to some sort of Windows, you know, update or whatever. And so, you know, they kept saying that they were going to fix it, and, you know, that the update would get pushed and it would work eventually. And so it's finally working, and I can print whatever I want now. And I'm super excited because I have a bunch of stuff that I'm going to scan and I want to print. So anyway, so just look at all this stuff. Look at these yummy envelopes. So some of this stuff I intend to share, and then, you know, in bundles and stuff, but like this stuff, these are just amazing. These little, just super old, there's no letters in them. Just these envelopes, they're just beautiful. So I intend to scan some of this stuff and print it, and maybe offer some digital, you know, files of some of this new stuff that I got. But I just love these old envelopes, and they're just falling apart. A lot of them are just falling apart. Like here's like part of an envelope, you know, but she knows I love this. I love this kind of stuff. So, anyway, so all these envelopes, pieces of envelopes. And then this is all, I don't think that stuff was from the bank, but this stuff is from the bank. And I will include some of these pieces in those bundles. I think what I'll do is I just really wanted to show this stuff to you guys, and then I think what I'll do is I'm gonna do the listings for the journals and get those up tomorrow, and then I'll put these bundles together with the ledger pack, the ledger pages and stuff, and then I'll do another video when I list these on Etsy. So just all of these yummy pieces, and I love the little pins are still in them and stuff, so I'll leave those in. I won't take those out. But all these letters to the bank, and I wonder why I wind up with all this bank ephemera. I don't know what it is, but just tons of gorgeous, like, paper. Just trying to figure out the date on that. Looks like, I don't know. I don't know. 1903. Yeah, that one said 03. I was like, could it really be 1903? Yeah, 1903. So this stuff is really, really old. Some of it's pink, some of it's green. So I will be putting together, and I got a ton of it. See? She told me that she got it before she listed anything in her shop. And she does have some of this stuff listed on her Etsy shop, some of this bank stuff. So if you just want to buy some of this stuff, a lot of times she has free shipping too for smaller listings like this, where it's just some like paper items. She'll offer free shipping to the US. So just saying. I mean, if you love the old French ephemera and stuff, then definitely favorite her shop. Of course, I will add a link in the description on this video. But anyway, so that, and then these are like checks. There's a whole bunch of those. Tons of those. And of course, I wanted these so that I could offer them to you guys in, in some bundles. So that's what this is. I don't even know how many there are. I don't even know how many pieces there are here. But obviously from different types of files from the bank, because like these are all kind of the same sort of document or whatever. And then she also had a big collection of like receipts or order forms, work orders, and whatever that were typed, that were like from the 30s, from like the early 30s, that had typed text on them. So I told her that I really like the typed stuff too. It doesn't always have to be handwritten. So she pulled out a bunch of these for me too. So some of these are going to get scanned and some of these will get shared. I don't remember how many I got, but there's quite a few. But these all have typing on them. So they're all like from the 30s. They're not all they're not, yeah, mostly 1930, 31. So, okay. So there's those. The bank stuff. Oh my gosh. You guys, this box that I got from her literally was 30 kilos. So it was like 66 pounds. And I'll show you why it was so heavy in a minute. Anyway, so then I got this little ledger. I don't think I'm going to share pages from this one just because there's not that many pages in it. And I don't know how many I could, part with. But these pages will probably show up in journals and stuff like that. So, but I definitely want to go through this and scan some of these pages too. This one's really old, 1880. And I love the little calendars. I have to scan those little calendars. So anyway, I don't know what this was from, but, and then this is another one. This is from 1850. So this is like a notebook, or I just love the handwriting. Can you guys see it? Can you guys see it? It's just so, and the paper. This one has a lot of blank paper in it too, which is yummy. It's super yummy. Look at all the, it's just like this whole cover is just, I don't know. I don't understand, but I think that this is parchment. The cover is actually parchment. Yeah, it definitely is. So pretty cool. Okay, I got to move this stuff out of the way because then there's two ledgers I want to show you from Louise. This is, oh my God. Okay, this one is the smaller of the two that are remaining. You guys can't see this whole thing. It's so huge. It's like, how long is it? Let's see, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 inches tall by 14 inches wide with the brass corners on it and stuff. I don't know what I'm going to do with these covers, but oh, they're just so, and this one's in really good shape. So again, I don't remember furniture. No, that's not what it is. That's just like, so I'm just looking at this label and I'm pretty sure that that's just the maker of the ledger. That's like their little seal. But isn't that, look at this kind of like plaid paper that's in the end paper in here instead of marbled. I think that's really cool. It's really beautiful. It's really nice and thick paper. Anyway, but yeah, so this one's from 1881. And so it's got all of the like days of the week. I think. No, those aren't the days of the week. I don't know what those are. But like this whole column right here, I should look this stuff up and do more research before I go trying to make a video. But anyways, this whole column and this column, all of this writing is printed. It is like, it's not handwritten. So like this column is all handwritten, and so is this one. And so like these are just like items that you would notate in the ledger, you know. I'm gonna look at some of this stuff because I want to know what these mean. But oh, it's just so yummy. It's so big. These pages are huge. So, you know, I don't know what. I'm probably going to have to fold these in half when I put the packs together. But when I do that, I'll try to do it as gently as I can. I just don't have an envelope this big to put these in. And so I'll have to gently fold them. I was thinking I could roll them, but then I don't know. I have to think about it. You can priority. So USPS has priority mail round, boxes that you can get. But I don't know if they're triangle shape. But I don't know if they're flat rate or not. So I can look at that. I think it might be better to actually roll these. The paper's not extremely brittle though. I don't know if somebody wants these, I'm sure that they don't want it folded. You know what I mean? So I will look at the cost of shipping in those, you know, those round boxes. They're triangle shaped, but you can roll up things like posters and stuff, and see what the cost is for shipping in those boxes. But look at this paper. It's just beautiful. I just love it. And I love the color of it. It's like really like beige, you know, it's not, it's got some foxing, but look at the difference between that page and this page. That's not a shadow. It's like really that dark. So anyways, and this one is, oh, this one goes up to 1945. Wow. Up to 1945. What did it start at? 1881. So is that crazy? So it's like an annual accounts thing. 1927. Wow, that's crazy. Goes from 1881 to, what did I say? 1945. So this is like 60 years of accounting for whatever this was. Anyway. Okay, so this last one is extremely heavy. It's extremely heavy. Oh my God. This book weighs 18 kilos. In pounds, that's like, how many pounds is that? It's about 35 pounds, 40 pounds, something like that. Yeah, 40 pounds, I think. Anyway, so this thing is gigantic. Look at the spine on that. It's not crazy. It is massive. And it's got this suede leather cover with the brass corners, and look at how thick the cover is. Just the cover is like a half an inch thick. And look at the label on the inside. Can you guys see it? It's just it is so grand, you know. Don't even know what to say. I've got to reproduce that though. That label. Ooh, it's so heavy. And again, I don't know what this was. I don't remember. I think it was a bank. I think it was a bank ledger. And it's so funny. What it reminds me of is in Harry Potter, you know, the what are they called at the little guys at the bank? Goblins or whatever. So that's what this reminds me of. But you know what I love about this paper is this, the lines, the formatting of the pages. It's not, some of the pages have a lot of, you know, numbers and script and stuff. And this is gorgeous, like this calligraphy on these, you know, for each entry. It's beautiful. But my favorite thing about this one is that dark blue, the columns, you know, it's just beautiful. I just love this. I love this paper. So I don't know how many pages are in each signature, but usually what I do when I'm taking apart a book like this is I'll start from the center and take signatures out of the middle first, and then just kind of go back and forth, because I like to retain some of the pages that are in the front of the book, because usually those are the oldest ones, you know. Anyway, so isn't that crazy, you guys? This thing is gigantic. there really isn't any other paper in it, like no other like ephemera or anything. So it's already up to 1,200 pages. And then let's see how many it has. Yeah, 1,400 pages in this ledger. And then there's blank pages in the back. Not that many. Yeah, it looks like, yeah, only about maybe 10 pages. Oh, no, they're not. Looks like I just found a little section that was blank. There's still some entries here in the way back. So anyway, so I'm going to be taking pages out of this one too. So anyway, so that's my latest acquisition from Louise at Forever French. And oh my God, that thing is so huge. I did not think it was going to be that big. And she told me, she was like, be careful, you know, when you get that package, have someone help you, you know. And when I was watching the FedEx guy get off the truck and he was carrying it, like I could tell he was kind of straining and having a hard time. So, and Sammy's been here for the last week or so. So it's been super nice. Sammy with his girlfriend, Aaliyah. And so that's been really nice to have them here. And so Sammy actually carried it down for me and helped me unpack it. And it's been here on the floor for the last like 3 or 4 days. But I want to show it to you guys before I started tearing pages out of it. So out of all that stuff. Anyway, so here I've blabbered on for 47 minutes. But let me know what you guys think about that, bundle that Louise had put together, which she still has some of. And don't forget that coupon code that I gave you guys is just Jessica, is active in both of her shops from now until the end of time. So, and if it doesn't work for some reason, like just let her know. Just send her a little message and say, trying to use the Jessica coupon code and it's not working, and she'll fix it. You know, she's really good about that. So anyway, okay, I think that's it. I'll probably do another video once I get the ledger page packs put together and how I decide that I want to ship them. If you feel like leaving me some feedback about how if you think you would be interested in one of those, let me know how you feel about me just gently folding them in half. Like if you intend to cut them apart anyway and you don't really care, then I'd like to know like kind of what the general consensus is, or if you would really like to have them rolled. So it's more expensive to ship them rolled, obviously, because they would have to be priority mail. So anyway, okay, that's it. I love you guys. Thanks for hanging in here with me and for your loyalty. I really do appreciate it. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, if you would subscribe, that would be awesome, because then we could get to my 10,000 milestone and I could do my giveaway. Okay, that's it. That's it on that. I'm not going to harp about it. Okay, love you guys. Bye for now.